going to record it in the background, so don't worry about that. We're going to be talking through this question here. So we've got, show that 6 minus root 8 divided by root 2 minus 1 can be written in the form a plus b root 2, where a and b are integers. So what this means is that we need to basically rationalise the denominator. So to do that, we are going to have to multiply both the numerator and the denominator. So I'm just going to rewrite it out over here. Now when we multiply, we need to multiply it by the whole denominator, but we need to use the opposite symbol that's in the middle. The reason for that is because it will then get rid of the surds on the bottom. If we multiply it by -1, then we'll still end up with a surd on the bottom, which is not what we want. So for this one, it needs to be root 2 plus 1. And as hopefully you already know, numerators, whether it is a fraction or whether it's a surd fraction, it needs to be multiplied by the same thing. So we've got that so far. So what you're going to be doing now is expanding them out like a double bracket. So I'm going to put this as a bracket as well, just like that. So when we multiply it out, if we start with the numerator, we have got 6 root 2, and then we have got 6 times the 1. Then we've got -8 times root 2. Remember when we multiply surds, we can just multiply the 8 and the 2, so it'll be -√16, and we'll simplify that afterwards. And then we've got -√8 times 1. So we've got -8 here. Now, we know that we can square root 16 to give us 4. So I'm going to rewrite that out. So I've got 6 root 2 plus 6 minus 4, subtract root 8. Now, in my answer and in my answer in the form that they want, they only want surds with a root 2 in it. So this -√8 we need to change. Now the way that we're going to change it is by simplifying it down. So we have to think of two numbers that multiply to make 8. One of them has to be root 2. So we have to do root 2, and the other one is obviously going to be root 4. Now root 4 is a square number again, so we can simplify that further to 2 root 2. So now when we look at our question, we have got 6 root 2 subtract 2 root 2. So we have got 4 root 2. And then we've got plus 6 take away 4. So we've got plus 2. That is our new numerator. We now need to do the denominator as well. So I will do that in a slightly different colour just to make it stand out. So we got root 2 times root 2. Now when you times two surds together that are exactly the same, we can just eliminate the root part and that will just be 2. The reason for that is because if I do root 2 times root 2, that would give me root 4. The square root of 4 is 2. So I can just go straight ahead and write 2. Then I've got root 2 times the 1. So just root 2. Now this is why this is here is a negative and this one's a positive, because when I do -1 times root 2, I'll get subtract root 2. And then these two can cancel each other out. Then I've got -1 plus 1. So that's just going to get me -1. Then I'm just going to simplify this down. So as we've said, these cancel each other out. And I've got 2 take away 1, which you know is just 1. So my new fraction is going to be 4 root 2 plus 2 as my numerator and 1 as my denominator. Now, we do not need that 1 on the bottom. That is the same as just writing 4 root 2 plus 2. But we're also going to make sure that we write it in the correct format. So they want the number first. So A is going to be 2 and 4 is going to be the B. So our final answer will be 2 plus 4 root 2. And that's it. That will get you all the marks. That is from a non-calculator paper, obviously. So make sure you're confident with that. Right, moving on to the next one. We are now